Good morning. So for today's full body warm up, we're going to need either for the lower body portion, we're going to need either a chair or a wall for a little bit of balance, and we're going to need something soft to kneel on for when we do some split squats. For the upper body portion, we're definitely going to need a chair, and you may or may not want to use something soft for when we're on the ground portion for the upper body portion. So let's get into it. First thing that we're going to do is we're going to do a series. We're going to do 3 on the right and then 3 on the left, where we're going to do a high knee hold, and then we're going to kick over into a single leg RDL. So we'll get into it. So wall or a chair for balance. You're going to be standing strong on this left side, and the right side is going to be active, moving through these ranges of motion. So again, strong on that left side. I'm going to pull that left leg up as tall as I can. Pull my shoulders down and back. Think about driving this right knee up as high as possible. Now we're going to kick over into that single leg RDL. Make sure I push that hip down. I want to be as horizontal as I can between the leg and the torso. Come back up again. Again, nice and tall from the foot through the hip, through the shoulder. Nice vertical position. Left leg driving into the ground, right leg driving up towards the ceiling. Kick over to single leg RDL again. Feel that hamstring in the back of the left hamstring, or feel that stretch in the left hamstring. One more time. Come back up nice and tall. Draw those shoulders down and back. Again, really pulling that right knee up as high as we can. And one more time, kicking over single leg RDL. Hamstring stretch, hip down, horizontal position, and stand and relax. Okay, other side. Strong on that right side. Getting that left knee up as high as we can. So think about driving that right leg into the ground while I'm picking that left leg up as high as possible. I'm going to kick over into the single leg RDL and stand. Go too close to the wall and drive that. So as I drive that knee up, make sure that I'm pulling my shoulders. There's going to be a tendency to shrug, so make sure you pull those shoulders away. Single leg RDL, drive that hip down, really strong hamstring stretch. And one more time, get that knee up as high as we can, relax those shoulders down and back. Really drive that right leg into the ground nice and strong, and then pull that left leg up nice and high. And last one here, single leg RDL, and good. Okay, so we're gonna do these side kicks. I'll show from this angle initially with the right leg, and then we'll turn and show you from this angle with the left leg. So from here, I'll be standing strong on the left leg. I am going to bend my knee, bringing the heel up towards my butt. I'm going to push that leg out to the side, abduction, and from here, really strong on that left leg. I got a hamstring contraction right now. I'm going to kick as hard as I can. Both legs are engaged, both quads are engaged. Curl that hamstring nice and strong. Extend out nice and tall. Make sure I lift that up as high. Good. And then curl that heel in, squeeze that hamstring. And then one more. Extend out both legs, both quads, strong and active. And then squeeze that hamstring, pull it in, and relax. Okay. So now I'll turn and go sideways. So we want to make sure from this angle is that the knees here are lined up. I don't want to have this knee out in front. I want to make sure that the knees stay lined up with one another. So I curl that leg in, hamstring stretch, hamstring contraction, excuse me. Lift that leg out to the side, strong right leg, side kick, have those toes pointed straight ahead. Curl that leg, squeeze that hamstring, extend that leg. So we're feeling both hips turn on when we do this. Curl that leg in, one more. Kick really hard, squeeze those quads, and then pull that leg in, squeeze that hamstring, and relax. Good. All right, we're gonna do hip extension and leg extension, really short ranges of motion. I just need you to focus on staying tall through the torso. So whether you got on the chair or the wall, not gonna be hinging, gonna stay tall. Standing strong on that left leg, simply extend the right leg back, glute and hamstring contract, bring them together, kick back, that leg straight, contract, bring them together, kick back, glute and hamstring, fire them up, and then relax. Other side, nice and tall, kick back, so my torso nice and tall, abs engaged, feet together, kick that leg straight back, glute and hamstring, bring them together, and one more, kick them back, really strong, glute, hamstring, belly tight, and relax, okay? Now we're going to need that soft, whatever that soft thing you have to kneel on is. And we'll set up here in a 90-90 half kneeling position. Each knee at about 90 degrees. In this case, the knee that's up, my left knee, is going to be against the wall or the chair here. So we're going to do pelvic tilts where I am pulling my belly button in, flattening my lower back. I'm kind of tucking my butt up underneath. Going to get a hip flexor and a hamstring stretch. And then I'm going to pull the heel towards my butt. So I'll do a 10-second pelvic tilt, 10-second leg curl, squeezing that hamstring. We're going to do it 3 times. And then we'll flip around the other side. Ready? And strong pelvic tilt. So really, with that pelvis here, kind of think about rolling it backwards, tipping it backwards. And come in, pull in nice and strong. Here, hamstring. Really pull, 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 strong hamstring contraction. Good. 3, 2, 1. Put that foot down again. Strong pelvic tilt now. The stronger I can make that pelvic tilt, the stronger that I can make that stretch to my hip flexor and my quad from this point, maybe all the way down to my knee. And then pull that heel up. This may, if you're pulling strong enough, this may give you a hamstring cramp. That's okay. It's even to be expected. And one more time. Nice strong position here. Really pull these shoulders down and back. Big hip flexor, quad stretch. 2, 1. And then pull. Really strong. Pull. Pull. See if we can pull a little harder. Pull a little harder. 5 seconds. Oh, balance. 2, 1. Good. Okay. So just go ahead and spin around here. So now my right knee is at 90 degrees up against the wall of the chair if I need it for balance. And we'll go into that pelvic tilt. Make sure that this foot, the toe is into the ground as opposed to flat like so. Make sure that toe is into the ground. 3, 2, 1, and pull. See if we can get that hamstring to go. See if we can get it really, really strong contraction. See if we can hold that there. Get a little cramp. 2, 1, foot on the ground, posterior tilt. Nice and tall, shoulders down and back from nice vertical line through here. Good. 2, 1, and hamstring, nice and tall, nice strong pull. Good. The harder I pull, more I could potentially cramp. That's good. Back to that pelvic tilt. Last one. 5 seconds, and then we'll go to that final hamstring contraction. 1, and hamstring contraction. Good. Pull really hard. Really, really hard. Really feel it right into here. See if we can get that to go for you. 3, 2, 1. Good. Okay. So we're going to do, we can stay right in this position. We're going to do split squats. We're going to do 30 seconds on one side and the other. Now, if you don't have the strength or the range of motion, or you have a little bit of pain doing split squats and you need to elevate yourself, do so. So all we need to do is just get pillows or mats or something. We can take our floor from this height to some elevated position. And if my floor is now yay high, if I put a stack of pillows this high, then I'm simply just bringing my knee down to that stack of pillows, just so we can get these reps in and work within a range of motion that's doable for you. So 30 seconds. We don't have to move at any sort of crazy speed. We just want to have nice, consistent movement. 30 seconds and begin. So making sure that this knee and toe are lined up with one another. I want to stay as vertical as possible. Just moving nice and controlled. Good range of motion. 15 seconds. Good. Kind of knowing where your body is, having control of yourself throughout the entirety of the range of motion. Being balanced between front foot and back foot. Good. And let's switch to the other side. I'll change up and I'll go straight ahead now. I need to switch the other leg. There we go, that's better. Good, so knee and toe stay lined up with one another. And I'm just moving straight up and straight down. Okay, about another 10 seconds. Good. Just move under control as we go up and down. Good. One more rep. Good. And relax. Cool. Okay. So we're going to move to the upper body. So everybody's going to begin with a chair, and we're going to be doing scapular dips. So we can go 30 seconds. A couple things with these. Knees be at 90 degrees, arms stay straight throughout. We're going to keep our shoulders really pulled back throughout, so we don't want the shoulders to round forward at all. Keep these shoulders pulled back. And with that straight arm position, we're just going to be moving very short range of motion, essentially shrugging, and then pushing up and away. As we push up and away, that's our focal point. All right, 30 seconds. Ready? And begin. Knees at 90. Start by pushing up and away. Pull these shoulder blades together. Keep them pulled together. Simply drop a couple inches and push. Drop a couple inches and push. So that's all it is. Just a really short range of motion. Good. Shrugging and pushing. Again, focus on that pushing motion at the top. Pushing as hard as you can as I get to the top. Got about another 10 seconds. Keep the shoulder blades pulled together. Good. Arms stay long. One more rep. And good. All right. Now we're going to go to scapular push-ups from a plank position, and then elevation and depression from a plank position. If you, these can be done on the ground, or they can be done off of the chair that we were just working on. All right. So if you can hold a strong plank position where you're in a nice straight line from your shoulders through your hips to your ankles, good. If your butt has a tendency to pop up, then I want you on the chair. All right. Just gonna put these down for my knees. So we'll do 30 seconds of each with the scapular push-up, and then with the elevation and the depression. So we'll get into it here in 5 seconds. So with that push-up, arms stay straight, and we're simply just going to be collapsing and then pushing away, collapsing and pushing away. All right, here we go. Ready? And begin. So in that push-up position, begin by pulling my shoulders away from my ears, pushing up so my shoulder blades are spread apart. Then I'll allow my shoulder blades to collapse down on one another and then push away. Arms stay straight throughout the entirety of this motion. And again, just working within that range of motion of my shoulders. Good. Pushing away, shoulder blades are going to spread apart from one another, and then collapsing in on one another, spread apart, collapse, spread apart, collapse. Do another couple. One more. Good. And relax. Okay. The next ones that we're going to do, we're going to shrug and pull away, and shrug and pull away. All right. Ready? 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Establish that strong plank position. I'll shrug a little bit and then pull my shoulders away. Shrug a little bit, pull my shoulders away. Really focus on also pushing away from the ground as hard as we can. Pushing away from the ground as hard as we can. We don't want to we want to keep those shoulder blades spread apart. We don't want to let them collapse in on one another. 10 more seconds. 5 seconds. So a little bit of a shrug, pull away hard, and one more, and good. Okay, so we're going to go to a seated position, an L-sit position, and we're going to do some overheads and some O's. So ideally, we're going to be sitting here nice and tall, so legs nice and straight, hips about 90 degrees, really long spine. If this is uncomfortable for whatever reason, and you can't sit here, we could bend the knees. We could bring one leg into more of this figure 4 position. You could do it sitting in a chair. So whatever is going to be possible for you. So we're going to do 3 repetitions of the overhead and the O's. So I'm going to start here with my thumbs pointing backwards. I'm going to start off by really pulling my shoulders back, my arms back. Everything is back as far as I can. And we're going to go nice and slowly with these. So continuously pulling back through the shoulder blades as we press up and pull back down. Ready, nice and slow as we push up, push, Good, nice and slow as we come down, pull through those shoulder blades. Pull through those shoulder blades. Good, 1. Continue to pull back as we push up. Good. Hit the top, come down nice and slow. Good, pulling back through those shoulder blades. 2. Pushing up, squeezing through those shoulder blades. Good, nice and long through that spine. And then continuing pulling back behind you. Good, now into those O's. So bring the arms to the overhead position, those thumbs are pointing backwards. We're gonna rotate here at the shoulders. So thumbs are forward, palms are out, big sweep. Pull back through the shoulder blades, pull back through the shoulder blades. I hit the bottom position. I'm gonna rotate, thumbs up, palms out, and then bring it back like a double breaststroke or a butterfly stroke. Hit the top, thumbs back, turn those thumbs forward, palms out. Big pull, big pull, big pull through the shoulder blades. Hit the bottom, lift pinkies up, turn, butterfly stroke back to the top, pull through the shoulder blades. 1 more, thumbs back, turn those palms out, squeeze through those shoulder blades, squeeze, 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 good. Lift, rotate, and then pull, strong, back to the top, pull, pull, pull. Good, cool. Okay, we're gonna finish with shoulder taps and push-ups. Again, if you, shoulder taps, gonna be in that plank position, and we're gonna be alternately tapping the shoulders with the opposite hand. Either, again, if you can hold a strong plank position, if not, you're gonna do so off of a chair or something. And then with the push-ups, you will, if you can do them on the ground, chest all the way to the ground, good. If you gotta move to a chair, chest all the way to the chair, good. If you gotta do off a counter, chest all the way to the counter, whichever object that you can get your chest all the way to that object. All right, 30 seconds on the shoulder taps, and then we'll go right into the push-ups. Ready? And 30 seconds. So as I pick up my left hand, think about pushing my left hip down. As I pick up my right hand, think about pushing my right hip down. Also, I can control my hips, so I'm not allowing my hips to rotate like so. I want to keep my hips neutral, going across. And keep everything nice and stable. Core is active. Another 5 seconds, and then we'll go right into our push-ups. Let's do 1 more each arm. Okay, and then 10 push-ups, right into it. Awesome. As always, excellent job. Another full body routine for you to throw into your, make it a part of your library. So yeah, if you're getting into a workout, enjoy. If not, excellent job. And I will see you when I see you.